Hi, and welcome to Non-mobirise Questions Episode 2. My name is Doc Palmier, and I'm going to try to go over how to install themes and add-ons. So if I buy the suite from Mobirise, how do I redeem keys that I purchase? And then how would I import other extensions? Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go through here. How do I redeem keys? How do I import extensions? And then we're going to talk about redeem versus import. They're two different things. And then we're going to redeem all 8 tools one at a time. Then we'll do an example of a marketplace extension. Now the way that I work and the way you should work is you should work from notes. So what I've done here is I've created a Word document. It was started yesterday, and so I can work from here. It makes it really easy to find out, like, what did I do on a certain date for a client or for myself, that if I change the password, I can keep track of what I'm doing, and I can put my assets in there, my URLs, my links, all types of things like that. So this is going to appear in our YouTube channel called Dumb Mobirise Questions. Of course, they're not dumb questions. They're just questions, but in order to remember where they are on YouTube, we'll call it Dumb Mobirise Questions. And other people have done things like this for other subjects, and it's been hugely popular and very helpful. So what we're going to do is we are going to share an email that we got from Mobirise, from Avangate, when we purchased the suite. So before we do that, let's explain the difference between what we would call something that what we redeem and something that we import. When we go to the Mobirise dashboard or the user interface, here's our working space, here's our site link, here's our pages. Right now we only have one page. Here's our account. These are our themes and extensions. And in back in Episode 1, we showed how that we added Google Analytics, and also we added Purity. And we can, if we wanted to, we could delete them by clicking here and remove them and then add them back in. We're in user Voyager 01, and the only thing, there's nothing purchased here yet. So let's review the difference between something that you purchase from Mobirise and something that you purchase from a marketplace. When we purchase something from Mobirise, we mostly use the redeem button. If we purchase something from a marketplace, whether we purchase it from Steve Rich's at Ricosoft Squared, or whether we purchase it from the Mobirise marketplace, or wherever, those we would import the extension. First, let's show how to redeem. So, because I use notes, I always use notes. Here I have email from actually from Mobirise. So when you purchase the suite, or if you purchase a tool from Mobirise, you pay through Avangate, and then they'll send you an email saying, hey, you just purchased this, and then another email from Avangate, and then you'll get an email from Mobirise saying, here are your keys. So this is a Word document, and this is the way I keep track of so many different things. These are personal notes. This is Mobirise Suite number 2 of 3. On March 21st, around March 21st of 17, I bought 3 Mobirise Suites. I bought this second one as a gift, and these are my notes. And this is dated on March 21st, and it says here that I purchased on Mighty Deals for $29.70. Yeah, it was like $34. I had another 20% code, made it $29.70. I used PayPal. That's the date I did it. I put DOCX in the name of it, so if I search, it'll show that it's a Word document. Then here's where it's located, and so here it is. This is a second suite I bought, and this is where it is. Here's how it works. You create a new user with a unique email, log in, enter your email, click on your lost password. Mobi will send you a link to edit your password. And actually, Mobirise will send you the password as soon as you create the user. Go to the extensions and themes and click on redeem. Then enter the extension key and click enter. Redo it 8 times. Mobirise works with free version, and the extensions will you'll be able to get updates, and you'll be able to get more power because you have more blocks, more add-ons, and so forth. You get updates vis-a-vis the dashboard by clicking on the circular arrow. Updates work for a year, starting the date that the key was redeemed, not the date that it was purchased. And notes by me. So I purchased these on 3/21/17. I'm installing them on January 11th, 2018. Almost 9 months later, or 8 months later or something. And this is the only problem with it is when you look through all my extensions, and these keys are only good for installing at one time. So, if you go and type this in, it's not going to work because when you use the key, you burn the key, and the key is gone. You can't use it more than one time. So whatever email that you install it on, in my case here, I'm going to install it on Voyager 1, you can only do that once. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to install, we're going to click on the hamburger. Okay? We are running the application. Then we're going to click on the hamburger, which is in the upper left-hand corner. And then we're going to click on redeem. We're going to paste your key in. So here's the key for code editor. It's pretty simple. Just Control that. Control C, copy. Control A would copy the entire page. We don't want to copy the entire page. We just want to copy this. So we'll just highlight this, the code editor, and Control C, and then come over here, and if we close this, here's the hamburger. Here's the hamburger. As soon as we mouse over the hamburger, we come down to themes. Then we come down to code editor here. It's not installed. It costs $69. What we're going to do is redeem it. And we're going to come here and Control V, paste it, and then we're going to redeem it. And now we're waiting, and it's working, and it's installing it. So now it says About Code Editor. Now I haven't done this before because if I would have done it before, I would have burned the key, used it up, and I wouldn't have been able to do it. And you can't contact Mobirise. You can't say, I lost the key or anything else. So don't lose track of your email address. Okay, so there's the first one. And we're going to come back to the second one. This is icons. We're going to grab the key, Control C. We're going to come over to themes and extensions, and this is icons. So we're going to go to redeem, and we're going to enter the code. It knows what it is. Okay, redeem. Now what's interesting is because I saw this on sale for $34 on mightydeals.com, and I purchased 3 copies of it. I purchased one for $34, and then I purchased 2 with a 20% more coupon for $29.70. Then I just contacted Mobirise support through the dashboard here. I said, well, let's go to help and let's come here and let's just type a message. And this is the best way to talk to support. Be clear, be nice, be polite. A lot of people criticize me for saying be nice, but you can get a lot more help by being nice. You know that old saying, you can get more flies with honey than with vinegar. I've gotten tons of support from Kate and Vera and people at support because they know me. I've never met them because they're in the Netherlands, but they know me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close this. We're going to go back, close this. We're going to go back to here. We're going to go to themes and extensions. We already did this one. Maybe we should, if we're clever, maybe we should indicate that we used it somehow. And now we'll do PayPal. Because it's brand new, I would tell you it might be useful to come down and just look. PayPal is not there. So if we redeem it, Control V, you can only redeem one key at a time. There it is, tells you how it works. And it's successful. Okay, so that was that one. And we'll just mark that. Now we'll do Wow Slider. Wow Slider is a simpler version of Appicom, which is the same company as Mobirise. Their commercial grade Wow Slider, which has like maybe 100 times more flexibility than Mobirise's. But the notion is that, you know, these people, these wonderful developers, when they created Appicom, the same company that created Mobirise, they created Appicom like 10 years earlier, and they created all these separate tools. WowSlider was one of them. And I own 3 licenses to Appicom. I think one from 2012, one from 2014, one from 2015. In 2015, most of their versions were like perfected, so no need to get any more updates. They're all working perfectly. So we did that one, and we'll mark it as used. And now we'll come here. This is the block pack for theme 3. I don't know why we would even do this because we're only using version 4, but we'll put it in there. So we only want to get this. There's real problems with running Mobirise version 4 on version 3 projects, so you want to be careful not to do that. So we're going to redeem this, enter this. I don't think that currently today, if you bought the Mobirise Suite, I do not think that Mobirise 3 blocks, paid for blocks, are available. But because this is so old, it's still available. I still code in Mobirise 3.12.1 because it's great. It works really well. So that's done. It tells you how it works. Okay, we'll close that. And close that. Okay, now we'll come here and we'll indicate that was used. And then we'll get space M, Control C, and we'll come to redeem. And we'll put it in. And we'll redeem it. Mobirise 3.12.1 is based on Bootstrap 3. So they have an engine that they have masterfully figured out how to create a site builder using that. And when Bootstrap 4 came out, they started working with Bootstrap 4. They didn't create Bootstrap 4. Bootstrap 4 is like a global work by many people, but it's much more efficient than Bootstrap 3. So now we have extension color M, and we're going to come to a redeem, and we're going to put it in. There's a little bit of discussion as to how do you use Mobirise version 3 and Mobirise version 4 on the same computer, and the answer is not easily, because of the way the files are stored on your computer. It's really difficult to keep them separated. So I personally recommend that you only basically use them on separate partitions of your hard drive. So if you had a dual boot drive like I do, this computer I'm using right now has both Windows 32, 7, Windows 7 64. So I can, jump out of one and go to the other. So that was color M, right? We did color M. So we're gonna make it look like we used that. We didn't do all of it, but let's go OK. Now here's Direct M, Control C, redeem. So you just do one after another, and until you do all the ones that you want. You don't have to do all of them. You can do some of them. You can give them away. You can save them for later. Whatever you want. You cannot sell them though. Mobirise is in a ticket to me. I submitted a ticket saying, "Can I sell these?" And they said, "No, you cannot sell them, but you can give them away." And finally, we have. Is that it? Yep, that's it. So I'm going to highlight this. Actually going to highlight all these, and I'm going to pause for a second. So what I do is, in a folder on one of my external drives, I have the Mighty Deals offer. Here they are. You can see some of them here, and if you look here, I can't move this window, but you can look here. I'm going to type Now we want to be careful because if this string gets longer than 128, we're going to have troubles. So we want to be careful of that, but it's okay. And I can get rid of some of this, make it easy, and then I'll save it. Okay, so now I can get rid of this. Okay, so now when I go here, if I go to pages, and I go to, let's clone a page, and I type this as about me, and then I come over here, so I have about me, I come here, I come down here, and I can add things. So if I go to theme, show blocks from the theme, show all, throw extensions. Well, this is a problem because this is Mobirise 4, and all the things I just redeemed were Mobirise 3. So not a problem because I can access Mobirise 3. Difficultly, but I think I can. So here's what we're going to do. I have a video explaining how to run Mobirise 4 and Mobirise 3 on the same computer in a later episode. It's really not that hard to do. It's just keeping yourself organized and following certain processes. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert an extension from a marketplace. So if we go to themes and extensions, we can see we have this, 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 we have all this. Okay. So, okay, and some of the things we don't have. So, all right. So we're going to do a demonstration of one of Steve Rich's extensions that's for sale at his website at Ricosoft 2. So I typed in Ricosoft contact form extension. I already have this. I purchased it. It wasn't very expensive. So I'll follow this link here, and it shows this is his website here. And so what you would do is you would come down here and you would purchase it. It's still on sale. I think it's 38% off. I thought it was going to end on the 10th. This is awesome. So here's information about it. He has a ton of support, add-ons and membership sites and subscription sites, all kinds of wonderful software specifically to help a Mobirise user. You don't have to buy all of it. Some of it's actually free. So you create a simple little user setup, create a member setup here, create a user for yourself and purchase it, and you can, I don't know, it's $1.35 US per pound, so this is like maybe $2.60 or something like that. Okay, so let's install it. So let's assume that I bought it and I downloaded it, and so what I would do is click on import, and what I would do is go find it. I'd have to go find it. So let me find it now. So let me pause and find it. So here it is. It's in Ricosoft. It's in my Mobirise programs and video tutorials, Ricosoft extension contact form, and it's in an archive. Steve has a wonderful way of delivering content to you. Basically, sends you a link to download, and you can only download it so many times. I usually download it 2 or 3 times to different external drives, and here's one. So I put it in this archive, and here is the extension. So this is the name of it, and it's contactform.mbrext, and this is what we're going to import. Now, anybody who understands how extensions work and is a programmer or coder, they can create extensions. Okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to open it. And here it is. So it says about RSSTD contact form extension is successfully added. Ricosoft Squared standard contact form for Mobirise v3. Click red plus in the bottom right hand corner of the new block to add contact form. Tells you what to do. He also gives really cool PDFs of how things work. Now if we go down here, there it is. So the extensions from the marketplace, they will actually appear on, I call this a dashboard, your UI. user interface. You know, I call it dashboard, but you can call it whatever you want. We go here and we can see that it is. Let's install another one. Let's install another one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go find another one. So I'm going to install another one called White Label. And White Label was it purports to actually clean up your code. In my opinion, not nearly as well as Steve Rich's Mobi Clean Pro, but pretty well. So let's import it and let's find it. So as you can see, I mean, I have a lot. I have a ton of data here. I mean, I have like 7 external hard drives attached to this computer. I just have too much stuff, but that's just the nature of it. So I'm coming here. The extension is, thank goodness I'm organized. This is the extension, White Label V4, and there's the extension, MBR-EXT. Now, we're going to click on it, and we're going to open it. And there it is, White Label V4 extension is successfully added. Another genius, the people who figured this out. So what we're going to do is, it says here, to use it, go to Sites, click on Settings, switch to White Label. This will remove most references and backlinks to Mobirise. Okay, that's what they claim. Here's a White Label. And look, they even have a link. Everybody complains about backlinks to Mobirise. Here's somebody who's telling you that they're going to remove backlinks and self-promotional links, and there they have a link to themselves. That's funny. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Sites here, and we're going to see if it's in. Now, extensions work differently depending on the author, but in the case of White Label, when we go here to Sites, and we click on the gear, this is the site gear, click on Site, then we turn on White Label. And what it does is when it publishes it, it claims to remove all these references to Mobirise, which, because of the way this is made, when we look here, okay, so we have a drag and drop website builder, we have a menu, and in order for this to be easy to use, the people who created Mobirise pre-populated everything with links to themselves. And the people who are creating extensions and external programs like Mobi Clean Pro, what they're doing is saying we can remove these. But even if we remove this, there's a lot of self-promotion here because there's a Mobirise link here as for an example of how you should format this. So that's pretty cool. Now, teaching you how to clean your code, it's well beyond, episode 2. I have tested all of these cleaning things. I will tell you, in my own clinical and strict research studies that are documented on screencasts that I've made, clearly Mobi Clean, which is an external cleaner, Mobi Clean Pro, gets way more than White Label. And as a matter of fact, White Label only gets 19% of all of the touches. And so say in a 7-page site that has 35 blocks, there might be as many as 400 replacements by Mobi Clean Pro, and this program here only finds 19% of that, which is still good, but it's not the gold standard. So I'll cover more about how to clean your code in a future episode. So to reflect on what we did here, episode 2. How do I redeem Mobirise things? How do I import extensions? Now you understand how that works. And we did we did all 8 tools, and we did an extension from Ricosoft Squared, and we did White Label, so you understand how that works. And you got a little bit of a modeling of how I stay organized, because there's so much information in my entrepreneurial businesses, of which there are 5. It's almost impossible not to get things, lose track of things and not get things done. So, this is the end of episode 2. I hope this helps, and We'll talk to you later. Bye.